get in the location, man. How y'all doing, everybody? What's going on, good people? I got to go play the lottery right now, I'm waiting on Theo to log in. Me and Theo finna lock in, give y'all some meat. You know what I mean? If you feel like it's bones, spit it out, you know what I mean? But we finna feed the people, you know what I mean? We got some interesting stuff going on. I definitely got some interesting stuff going on. I gotta play these numbers though so you can get their check right. Tell a friend, I say lock us in, man, right now, man. It's going down right now, man. All gas, no brakes. I swear we going in right now, man. Y'all gotta walk with me to the store real quick. I just got to turn my numbers in and then I'm finna get it to the people and I don't even think I got my number cards in here. So I ain't even finna be able to play my numbers right now, but I got to get a check so I can support our cause, you feel what I'm saying? Hey, everybody, 7, 6, 7, 8, right? I ain't even got my numbers. I gotta go back to the crib and get them. I might miss it tonight, you know what I mean? But, I'm on it for the people, you heard. I ain't trying to do too much out here, you know what I mean? So however God sent it to me, that's how I'm trying to get it, you heard? If he sent it to me, and a lot of old people say that's the wrong thing, but I don't know who to say what's right and who to say what's wrong, you feel what I'm saying? Because nobody know what's right. What your right may be my wrong, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm just going to follow my spirit. When my spirit say, I gotta go get my numbers real quick. I'm gonna get my numbers real quick. I'm finna come right back.
Hey man, I need to see you. I just been at the hospital, man.
I'm finna come right back. I'm gonna go right there and get my numbers. I promise. I'll be right back. I swear I'll pay my numbers for 7:30. I gotta pay my numbers before 7:30 anyway. Excuse me, y'all, but I'm waiting on whatever, however you want. I know that's right. You right about that. But I gotta get it like the rest of these folk, cause Buddy Dyer them get it the best, but they know how, you feel what I'm saying? And that's like what I'm finna hit on, you know what I mean? That's my main topic right now finna be is Buddy Dyer, John, MINA, and us as a people, you know what I mean? Closure. I definitely want to touch on that thing that they call closure, right? And I want y'all to let me know if y'all feeling it, or I might be going too deep with this closure thing, right? But when these folk be scratching that closure, they taking for instance, right, this post thing, and they say what's happening, Theo? My dog done locked in, man. What's happening, man? All gas, no brakes, man. I know, Theo. I'm finna get to the computer where we can flip this screen around and I can see you, man. But and we can do this thing right. We say we was finna do this thing, man. We got this webisode we trying to put together. Y'all know I'm computer illiterate, so I'm trying to learn how to do it right now. And we gonna take all gas, no brakes to the moon. They keep saying sky's the limit, but there's footprints on the moon, so I can't go with that there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to the moon right now. You feel me? So we gonna go with all gas, no brakes all the way. Like I say, I'm keep this Buddy Dyer issue, and I heard something from a good friend Marquis today, with my old good friend. I ain't gonna say good friend, my old good friend. And I don't know what to say, but we got a nice one now, y'all. We got a nice one. They say we were broke. That dude Nino Brown make me do this all the time, right? I don't even like to flex like that, but Nino Brown make me do that, y'all. Whoever this dude is from Miami, you know what I mean? That's the new joint. That's the new joint we just added to the collection, right? For real, though. But at the end of the day, man, this Buddy Dyer guy, he's very serious here in our city, right? Buddy Dyer is a counselor to Orange County. What's good, brother? Buddy Dyer and John, MINA, Jerry Demons, Regina Hill, Val Stripley, especially Pastor Cabarrus, they are counselors to the city of Orlando because they represent our community, and I'm against it. I've had close encounters with these people, as y'all know. Mr. Cabarrus. I haven't yet to speak with Buddy Dyer, but pretty soon I'm sure he done send his minions at me to get me. But I'm ready to talk to him. I've been ready to talk to him ever since they let me out of prison. Asked him why they ain't gave me my money yet. And why is it two different kind of laws? And I want to really ask Buddy Dyer, since he pleaded out to voter fraud, and this is felony 3, and he can receive 5 years in prison. That's just like catching the possession of cocaine charge. And he pleaded out to voter fraud, and he frauded the people, which is us, the people of color, because he stole the votes from the black community. And he's the sitting governor, mayor, or whatever he is right now, and he's in charge of a lot of the stuff going on in Orlando. And he got a lot of dirt on him. There's a lot of y'all women out there, because a lot of women's follow me. Niggas hate me, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of women follow me, which is good too, right? But a lot of you women have never committed a felony, have never been in jail, never been in trouble in your life, and can't even dream of even doing nothing that Buddy Dyer did. Buddy Dyer is a convicted felon, whether they dropped it down to whatever, and he's a convicted felon for stealing votes to get in the position that he's in today, and he's receiving the taxpayers' money, y'all money. I pay a little bit of tax, you know what I mean, but he receiving y'all money, been doing it for years, and he schemed his way into the seat to do it. Now, he has a bigger scheme because this post thing done took off. I promise, if you know anybody part of this LGBT community, man, y'all please get with these folk and let these folk know. We is for the people. You know what I mean? We need the biggest voices and the biggest people right now on our team with the baddest bats that's going to shoot the ball right up out the ballpark, right? And the LGBT community really need to be informed that this thing that they call enclosure. They say they bringing closure to the LGBT community. I may be saying it wrong and I'm not being funny, so don't nobody, like, if you're a part of the community, think I'm being funny because of what you believe in life. If you a part of that community or know someone a part of that community, and they're saying that they're throwing all these events and stuff and they want to bring closure to these families, to these people, the best way to bring closure, as they tell us, when a black person or Spanish or person of color commit a crime of murder, the first thing they tell us about closure is somebody going to jail and they gonna catch the electric chair. My question is, why haven't any of the police officers that went to the Post nightclub that night with ill intentions and killed those people with police issue artillery, I'm gonna use the word, weapons, and if you gonna blame closure and you trying to bring peace in the city, Regina Hill saying she's trying to bridge the gap like Deborah Clayton, Cabarrus saying he wanna bridge the gap, keep the fight going that Miss Clayton had, and all these people that's taking up this fight, and they using Pulse and they using Marquise Lloyd's situation, they using whatever situation. Why ain't nobody being held responsible for those people that were killed by the police department? Because some of those people that were killed at the Pulse nightclub were killed by police issue ammunition, guns, bullets. Every gun that you have from the police, or even if I buy one, it's registered. When you discharge it, it's a stamp on it. It's stamped. So you know where the bullets come from. We've had a movie come out called Rambo. I'm going to say this until they get some, this is real closure. Rambo, the man we know as Rambo. Think about Rambo. If you my age or younger or older, you know who Rambo was. Rambo was the baddest son of a gun you can think of, one-on-one, hand-to-hand combat. He ain't never did and been held responsible for what Old Mama Teen did as a one-man wrecking show. Old Mama Teen was pent in a corner due to the stories that's been told to us and whatever story that got fabricated and brought to the news front that we know. Old Mama Teen was pent inside the bathroom of the club where he escaped from. Well, not escape, where they made him come out from. And at that point in time, it was still bullets being shot. So if he was pent inside of a bathroom, the officer that was continuing to shoot bullets, what were they shooting for? Because they knew his location. People were still dropping like flies when they had Old Mama Teen pent in. So every shot, thank you, boss, every shot that got fired after Old Mama Teen was pent in there and a person got hurt that was at a post nightclub, the officer need to be charged because he was discharging his gun out of hatred, it wasn't fear, because it went through their radio that they had the situation under control. So we want to ask Buddy Dyer, since he keep jumping in front of the camera. We want to ask John MINA, since he jumping in front of the camera now. He's not addressing the issue about why they kicked Marquis Lloyd out. He's not addressing the issue about why did his officers have let discharge these guns in this nightclub when they already had the suspect under surrounded in the area he was in, and these people were getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Now also, they're not addressing the issue at hand. You make posts so big, which is it is. A lot of people lost their life, and I ask God to be with each and every one of them families, whatever they got going on. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you gotta ask our public officials closure. The word closure. You can't bring closure to somebody by hiding. Hey, how you doing, Denise? You can't bring closure to anybody by hiding behind the shield of a police saying that because I have a badge, we ain't going to be responsible for nothing. You going to make Old Mama Teen responsible for the whole post incident. The same thing they did with the officer that died in the line of duty with Marquis Lloyd, the motorcycle officer. He just made Marquis the corporate of what happened to the motorcycle officer because Marquis' situation. Come to find out, an old white man, 70 years old, ran the police officer over that all us, they told us on the news, had something to do with Marquis being apprehended. That's how he got hit by this car and all that. It was a 70-year-old white man ran a yellow light. I say all that to say this, right? It's June. It's June right now. Election in November. And everything that's going on right now in the city, even when you get to Rick Scott, because we ain't going to miss Rick Scott. You know what I mean? If your child life don't matter to you right now, turn me off. Turn me off. Don't listen to me. I'm talking about don't even speak to me no more. You know what I'm saying? Period in life. If your child life don't matter, because this was about the child, them children, you feel what I'm saying? Not the Trail Rambo. I ain't talking about the Trail Rambo. I'm talking about Rambo the movie. With what his name is? The man can't talk that good. I'm talking about the movie Rambo, not Rambo on the trail. I gonna whoop him. I'm talking about the movie Rambo. What's his name? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. That's his name. Sylvester Stallone was a dude that played Rambo. But Theo, I ain't seen you pop up on this thing yet, man. Hey, how you doing, Tia? I'm just cooling, you know, trying to get me a good vibe. I'm waiting on my other half, the gas, you know what I mean? Because we ain't trying to put no brakes on it. I wasn't even going to address the situation. Yes, Sylvester Stallone, that's his name. I wasn't even going to address the issue with Miss Hill right now, because Theo, I was going to let Theo elaborate on that. You know, I got Mr. Dyer and Mr. MINA in my sights, and I got Mr. Jerry Dimmons in my sights, and, you know, it's a couple people, you know, but, yeah. And it's a couple of ongoing situations that been going on with the city, and I've been jotting down stuff, so I just want to get back in touch with everybody and see if we can like really touch places. But I really want everybody to like take what, not just what I'm saying and go with it, you know what I'm saying, but think about it. Ask yourself the simple questions, you know what I mean, because it's really simple, you know what I mean. It's like 1 + 1, you feel what I'm saying. I thank you, baby. It's really simple. Ask yourself, though, for real, ask yourself this question right here. Why would you support somebody that don't support you? Because when you think about John, Mina, Jerry Demons, Val Demons, Regina Hill, Cabarrus, Val Sipley, any of these people, you gotta ask yourself, why should I support them? You feel what I'm saying? What's in it for my kids, my grandkids, my niece, my nephew, those that come behind me? Why should I give this person my vote? You know what I'm saying? If they asking for a vote, because when you look at, like I said, when you look at Jerry Demons, for instance, you be the sheriff. You look at him and you say, well, all this stuff happening in the bank, they literally put on camera a white OPD officer raping a black girl in jail. And he never been charged with it. But you will see Jerry Demons and John Mina, Val Demons, Regina Hill, Pastor Cabarrus. You will see all the black officials rubbing elbows with Buddy Dyer, John Mina, Pam Bundy. But you don't hear them like even like make a statement saying, well, you know, Jerry Demons is against what happened with OPD at the force. Him and Mr. Mina's got to have a sit down. They don't say nothing. They get right on TV and agree with that BS. You get what I'm saying? That can't be right. How could you support that? How could you stand on TV with that? Even Pastor Cabarrus, now he's showing up neither like, I don't even know why, but when they let Cabarrus get with the NAACP, they let you know that it's all the way corrupt. Because Pastor Cabarrus, I just went to the Jones High thing, right? My niece was graduating, right? Pastor Cabarrus, I got a lot of respect for his wife, but I don't got no respect for him, right? Pastor Cabarrus, they did all the honoring. He did a nice speech to the kids. But when I was looking at him, and he didn't know I was in there, I'm looking at him, and they honoring him, they honoring his family and stuff. This is supposed to be a man of God, a preacher. He don't honor the kid that he had out of wedlock. They just announced the kids he got with his wife. You know what I mean? But everybody know he got kicked out the church from downtown down there at my cousin church, Pastor Chenault Church, for messing around, having that same baby. But you telling these kids this good old speech, you know what I mean, that Jones High graduation, that this, that, but you ain't even practicing what you preach, nigga. You ain't no good. You ain't no good for the fucking community. You want to check. You want to look good in front of the camera, you want to check. Y'all can't support no people like that, man. This election time, my family, y'all got to get it together. I'm a street nigga. I don't care, you know what I mean? I don't really care about too much, you know what I mean? But I got nieces and nephews that I do not want to grow up in this city, because I feel like every child in District 5 and District 6, they should have at least a 2-year scholarship already waiting on them just for graduating and making it through this situation that they done been put in, forced to live in Orlando, especially because, like I said, a chick can have no background. She just got a tattoo for somebody she fell in love with on her neck. She can never work for Disney. She can never retire, none of that shit. She can never be none of part of Disney entity or none of that. So, you know, when you're looking at what we got going on, and we got a big fight right here in Orlando ahead of us, because it's some money, and there's a lot of money involved. We got to think, and over there in Orange Center area, all the way to whole District 5, that's $1 billion entity now. You know what I mean? I keep telling y'all that watching me, ask yourself this question. 10 years ago, you would never, ever in life heard the news, no police officer, nobody associate downtown Orlando with Paramore. You would have never heard that. Now Paramore is downtown Orlando because they done moved the people like us from down there and put buildings. They didn't put the people back. They didn't put nowhere for the people to go stay at. They put buildings down there. They pushed us all to Pine Hills and Mercy Drive. You know, they closed all that there because they're supposed to be the new thing. All of us in Pine Hills, these regular houses, water piping, water messed up, electric messed up, everything in all the houses out here in Pine Hills messed up. Everything. But same 10 years ago, if y'all my age, same 10 years ago, we couldn't come to Pine Hill. 15 years ago, you couldn't come to Pine Hill. You know what I'm saying? Pine Hills was considered the white neighborhood. You couldn't come out here. But now you can come out here because guess what? See, Pine Hills was the hookup that Orange Center is. Pine Hills supposed to be the community what they made Beirut and Orange Center. Well, they weren't gonna work on that at first. See, Pine Hills supposed to be in its own city one time. But at the end of the day, they didn't have the money. They didn't want to pay the money for it. They didn't want to pay the money to be their own city. So they ain't, what's up, bro? So they ain't rock out with that. So they came up with another plan. The other plan is Walt Disney plan. How much y'all are? 35. The other plan is Walt Disney plan. And Walt Disney plan is to turn the whole city into a little city. If you ever seen the Mickey Mouse game or the Walt Disney house when you was growing up, your mom used to buy, that's what the city of Orlando is trying to look like. They're trying to make it look like it. You know what I'm saying? And they see, if you think about Pine Hills at first, when they were really building Pine Hills, all the storefronts, you see all the storefronts and all over Pine Hill, the Walgreens, you even see the Winn-Dixies out here. You see, it ain't really nowhere. No, it ain't really nowhere for them to put in Pine Hills a Walmart. So they couldn't put the Walmart. See, the Walmart is the if you think about life and think about where you at, it's a fence in the ghetto, around the ghetto, and it's a you call it the railroad track. You can call it the fence. You can call it the prison yard or whatever. But let me tell you something. In every corner of the ghetto, if you think about it, what you see? A super Walmart. You see a super Walmart. That's the new railroad track. See, the super Walmart is to stop niggas, black people, people of color, from going into the white area. See, the white areas all over the white area. When you see, notice like here, when you hit Princeton, Mercy Drive area, so you know you got two ways you can go on Princeton. You can hit that right, when you swing that right, and you say Edgewater and all that way, you're going into the white neighborhood. You ain't gonna never see no Walmart that way. But if you hit that swing that left going on Silver Star, oh, it's a Walmart right there for you black people, right? It got everything you need. It's a super Walmart where you got everything you need. You got your hair, your nails, you got jewelry, you got clothes, you got food, you got plants, you got tires, you got everything you need in life. Don't cross that line. See, when you cross that line, you done made it over to where it ain't nothing but Winn-Dixies and Publixes. See, when you cross that line, ain't no super Walmart. Ain't nothing but Winn-Dixies and Publixes. That's all over here. Cross there. That's why you see on Pine Hills Road, it's a Winn-Dixie there because it's supposed to be the white community. But what they did is seen that it wasn't gonna work right. It wasn't gonna work right, so they went further back, all the way back to Clackahoe Court. But at the time, TV money going up with sports, black people getting more educated, Spanish people getting more educated, money getting people being ambitious, really. People being ambitious. I say don't be like Martin. You know what I'm saying? Just let them go. So people start getting money. They start getting money. Getting money. The further back they went, the further back we went. They all the way to Plymouth Sorrento. But I say that to say this. The money that they got to build all that stuff. Ask yourself where it was made. What's up, Dad? Yes, sir. You already know. Ask yourself where the money was made at. District 5, District 6. Everything they built, District 5, District 6. Campton World Stadium, soccer field, Amway, Performing Arts Center, all this stuff, the money that's being generated. UCF, they put a UCF building down there.
everything. But guess what? Nobody in the community is awarded or afforded any of that stuff. Not even an opportunity. Regina Hill, she said they were doing a job. Now she knew that was the stupidest thing in the world to do. Tell everybody in the public that she was doing a job, knowing me and her at work. I'm gonna share with y'all this week. I sent 3 of my nieces and my nephew to their job. Neither one of them came back with a job this year for the summer. None of them. And it's like 12 more kids that was with them. Ain't none of them got kids. I mean, none of them have jobs. None of them. The job fair was just something to act like it was being done for the kids, but none of those kids really got jobs. So that what that tells me is Regina Hill's butt job, her trips, and the stuff that I've been telling y'all that she's been spending the money on, she's been actually spending the money on. Because the Thanksgivings and the parties that, like when she threw the jam out there at the Jackson where Cabarrus was at, and that was funded all by government or people doing donations. 94.5 just want to come out and support her cause or whatever, but she ain't spent no money that was been given to her. Ain't now a dime got spent. You feel what I'm saying? That just was just a jam. You see what I'm saying?
I said the same thing.
We got to do better by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And it started with them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, but
I understand life, you know what I mean? And I understand the game too, to the point that I even say that, hey, listen, ain't nobody ever got ahead without cheating some kind of way. Everybody gonna cheat some kind of way. You get what I'm saying? Just don't cheat the people. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna cheat, don't cheat the people, man. That's like even when I do my thing right now, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I keep it 700 with everybody. If I can make it happen, I'll make it happen. If I can't, I can't. I don't give no broken promise. You know what I'm saying? The broken promise is over. You know what I'm saying? We all too old for broken promises right now. That's why I'm here with y'all, because it's time for the moment of truth. If you ain't going to be the moment of truth, don't run in our city. Go to another city. You know what I'm saying? Don't even do it. You know what I mean? If y'all going to vibe with me, and I promise I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and we vibing together for real, man. We need to stand together. Don't just look. Don't just support the view. Yeah, I want you to look, and just don't just look. I need you to help me. Because I'm going to take my case to the Supreme Court. Me, myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even I'm trying to get a lawyer, but at the end of the day, if a lawyer ain't just hollered at me saying, hey, you know, we know you was one of the first cases with the wrongfully conviction here in Florida. We know you've been fighting, yada, yada, this, yada. I want y'all to call me the people. I got my faith in more than y'all than I do with John MINA, than I do with Regina Hill, Jared Denman, even Rick Scott, because that's who I got to sue. I'm going to sue Rick Scott because he's the governor. I got to sue him. It ain't that I just want to go against him. No, I have to sue him because he's the governor of Florida. And that's who wronged me, the state of Florida. That's who probably wronged some of y'all people. So at the end of the day, we got to find a focal point. We had Marquise as a focal point. I can't focus myself on Marquise no more. You see what I'm saying? And as bad as I want to focus myself on Marquise and help Marquise out, I can't focus myself on Marquise because Marquise, he could have called me probably, man, fuck that nigga, because, you know, homeboys go through it. You feel what I'm saying? He a pussy ass nigga, whatever, no nigga, homeboys go through it. But when you tell a person, I don't like me, that ain't never left my ears. You feel what I'm saying? When you don't like Willie, Willie don't like you, because Willie don't got too many people that just like him or that I really trust you to say, that's my cousin, that's my friend, that's my dog, and I don't do that there. You feel what I'm saying? So for me to get on the cross and nail myself to the cross with Marquise and then to come back, that can't be my focal point. My focal point got to be these kids out here, you feel what I'm saying, and what's going on in life, you know what I mean, that, hey, how you doing? And to see to it that their life don't turn out and be so hard on the come up as mine would. Because a lot of people say, man, Willie, I just can't see, man, this, that. Yeah, you right, I was doing my thing when I was out, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, sometimes, when I look at life, you know what I mean, I was forced to do what I did, you feel what I'm saying? I was forced to do what I had to do, you know what I mean? Not saying that I had to do as much as I did, you feel what I'm saying? But some things and some circumstances, growing up inside the hood in the ghetto, you're forced to do certain things. Because if you a young man and you see your mama struggling, she going from check to check, working hard, doing all she can. She ain't involved in no drugs. She trying to keep you steady, trying to go to church, trying to read the Bible, trying to do everything that's possible, and she's still struggling, and you a young man, you ain't gonna do nothing but whatever it take and help mama out. Whatever it takes now, because I see my mama doing too much. I see how hard she going, and we still ain't got nothing. And you forced into a situation. It's easy for a person to say, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, you could just wait, hold down. No, man, not if you a man, and you a young man coming into your own. So, like I say, a lot of things, nigga, I was forced to do. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, my mama ain't really no bad person. I ain't saying she ain't never done nothing in life, you know what I mean? But my mama ain't trying to do nothing but steer me the right way. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, after my daddy had done took our lifestyle so high, we all on this high and mighty stuff, and he go to jail and down bad, man. We ain't used to doing bad. Gotta eat peanut butter and jelly for dinner, you know what I mean? Or gotta eat 2 bowls of cereal to get full all day, that's all you ate. Went from that to from eating steaks and calamari, not even knowing what it is and what you want inside the red lobster. I want that whole lobster. Slater, because he the governor, he grabbed that. I would get my son a whole lobster. Now I gotta eat, when he goes to the feds, I'm eating peanut butter, that's all. I got to sneak in my grandma's kitchen because she done raised 15, 16 kids and she on a strict hand. I got to sneak in Mom Ruth's kitchen at night when she goes to sleep and make some toast and put sugar on the top of it just to make to bring the taste back to it. So when I'm going through it like that, hey man, I don't try to pick program and all that stuff that was coming out. I didn't get tired. I wasn't one of the kids that was chosen to go to pick and get work for pick. So all I know is, hey, I'm gonna do something. Hey, my daddy do what he do, I'm gonna do what I do. You feel what I'm saying? And that's basically all of our story. You know what I mean? Just in different form. You know what I mean? Nobody, I don't think, just ran out there and said, hey, this is my life. I want to be a street dude and this, that, and the third. You know, as situations, circumstances put people in those situations. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that's mine, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, hey, my daddy dropped the ball, left us out here down bad, you know what I mean? Not to say that it was his fault or he did whatever, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, I'm a mama's boy, you feel what I'm saying? I'm a mama's boy. Everybody that know me know I'm a mama's boy, you feel what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna say I was forced to do as much as I did, you feel what I'm saying? But whatever role I took in life, I did it, and I did it to the fullest, you feel what I'm saying? And that's why I did as much, just like now. I'm all in for the city of Orlando. For every minority, every white person that believe what I believe in and feel the way I feel, or even that's just touching spirit with me saying, yeah, I want to see change. I'm for all of us. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't not saying I ain't for Marquise. I'm for Marquise. I don't care what he said about me, and I want y'all to understand this in life too. You know what I mean? Because this is why a lot of us end up getting burnt in life. The Bible say you have to forgive for God to forgive you. But the Bible don't say forget nothing nobody do to you. It's a lesson that you learn from that. Don't you forgive, but you never forget so you don't be put in that same situation again. I forgive him for everything he said and done. But I would never forget that because I won't let it happen to me again. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure every last one of y'all that's touching bases with me, y'all thought Marquise was my best friend because I did. You feel what I'm saying? I came on here telling y'all he was my best friend in life. But I did not know what he had done behind my back. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, that's what I got stuck with. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't hate him. You know what I mean? I don't dislike him. You know what I mean? I have nothing against him. You know what I mean? I don't want no props off of Marquise. Marquise can't give me no props. You feel what I'm saying? I wanted to help him. You feel what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, y'all keep him in the prayers too, but I still pray for him at the same time. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing against Regina Hill. What I have against Regina Hill is her action. You feel what I'm saying? Towards our community. I really have a problem with that. You feel what I'm saying? And I have a problem with Buddy Dyer because I feel like if Buddy Dyer is so strict on the black community about drugs, right? Because you even like he's allowing John MINA them to extract their minions into our neighborhood and they don't task force tear it up. The same charge that Buddy Dyer plead out to, it carries the exact same time as a possession of cocaine does. It's a third-degree felony. It carries the exact same time. The title different, The charge different, but it holds the same weight. I want to know, how could he plead out to stealing the votes from the voters and still be elected and still sit where he's sitting at right now today? I can't understand that. I also don't understand the same prosecutor that they have. This prosecutor, they have an assigned minion. They assigned minion is the prosecutor on Marquise Lloyd's case. I don't remember his name because once me and keep happening, I stopped trying to remember anything. But the same prosecutor on Marquise Lloyd's case is an assigned minion by the governor or whoever appoints people in this district. Because I think it was 13 years ago when Buddy Dyer got elected, 2004, 2005, whatever it was. He's the same one that's supposed to prosecute Buddy Dyer. He's supposed to send Buddy Dyer to prison like he would have did me for your child for third-degree felony that they had all the evidence to, that they can prove it, and they knew they can prove it so much to the fact that Buddy Dyer took a plea bargain. If you can't get a job for having a tattoo in a certain spot, but they made it some kind of way for it okay to steal the mayor's job and pay him because he had enough of sense to steal it, do you realize what I'm telling you? This has been going on ever since Buddy Dyer's been elected. He stole the election to put him where he's been for the last 13 or 14 or 15 odd years. Plead guilty to it, making over $200,000 a year for sitting in that seat. And they tell you that it's okay. What's different between me and you? Just plan to steal the money a little bit better than ours. That's all I can tell you. He don't got no plan for the black community, but he got a plan to help build up Orange County. We ain't gonna let Buddy Dyer make it to UCF. He think he's going to UCF. He ain't going to UCF. We ain't gonna let him get around y'all kids and corrupt them because he corrupt. He got his eyes set on NCAA money. He got it on the NCAA money. If you don't know what NCAA, that's the National College Association people. See, they deal with hundreds of billions of dollars. That's where he want to go over there. So he can really be in control of the stadium that he helped them build. See, he thought he was finna get away with all that money when he helped UCF out. See, he helped UCF move from playing in Tinker Field and get their own stadium out here. He helped them. See, all the money they make in District 5, they take it and push it towards UCF, Disney, Heathrow, Windermere. They don't put it back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? UCF was a part of District 5. Y'all don't look how much money we worth, man, and how much money we worth, man, and how much we really do matter when they try to say that we don't matter. All the money they making, bro, is right around us. And what got me so mad, all the money that's really made in the city of Orlando is made right up under our nose, and we don't get a dime out of it. Ask Buddy Dyer the question. When he brought WrestleMania, World, whatever that junk is, WWF down here, how many black vendors, black people, anybody received some of that $100 million that he paraded around the TV that he made in District 5 behind my grandma's house? To show you that Buddy Dyer don't really care about the black community and the elderly of the black community. First of all, Buddy Dyer stole the elderly votes from the black community to get where he's at. Then he say he cares so much about the black community. If you know how far Orange Center go, my grandma stays on Orange Center in the houses. when that WrestleMania junk was here, Buddy Dyer, the mayor, didn't step out and go to the community, all those elderly people, because there's not one young person on a house back there. All those people back there have been owning their houses for 30, 40 years. You think they wanted to hear all those fireworks them people was blasting off at the Citrus Bowl? Because we don't know about Campton World Stadium. We know about the Citrus Bowl. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we know about the Citrus Bowl. We don't know nothing about no Campton World Stadium. Right now, us from around that area and from Orlando. You want to come hang out, what you know? Let's go to Lake Leonardon. Let's go to Lake Leonardon. Let's go to Lake Leonardon. Right now, you better not get caught nowhere around. It ain't no Lake Leonardon. It's Campton World Stadium. They done took our stuff and just made a whole new name. You can't even go around down there. You can't even go to Hanky Park unless you got a permit, really. You can't go to Nam Club. It's nothing for us to do here in Orlando as a people. If you go to the club, like I went to Wildwood the other day, I was so disgusted with myself. I've been going to Wildwood ever since there's been a Wildwood. Never in life seen that many police. But the police department done found a way where they can milk some of that money out the black community. It ain't had nothing to do with whether we went out there and killed each other and beat each other up. No, it was the way to make the money. They opened up all the fields this time. Every field out there open. They charging on every corner. They got the whole Wildwood police department at the park. And the state troop at the park. The tower at the park. You can't even hang out. Anything that's done for us is done with extreme police pressure. When them white people have they love hang out. Just think about the rave they had right down there in Orlando. When white people have that rave down there, they don't have that military police presence type. What they do is they hire doctors and get trailers and put them up and set them up so that when them white kids get down there and fall out for doing all them drugs and all that stuff, they can bring them right back. And I'm going to leave y'all with this thought right here and let y'all know that we got work to do, people. They don't tell you that. They don't arrest you for possession of cocaine, selling liberal cocaine, this, that, and third. Now check this here, how the government works. Who do the hard drugs? This is not a racial statement, so my white followers don't take it like this. But this is a true statement. White people do hard drugs. Heroin, pills, all that type of stuff there. And they shoot all that stuff, right? To save their children and their kids, especially the ones on heroin, they around here jumping out, throwing down on our kids, taking them to jail, sending them to prison 3-5 years, all that for possession. You know what they do for their kids? The government, a heroin addict, a pill addict, they done created a clinic that's called the methadone clinic, where they can pay $13 and take them off the hard heroin and they'll give them a pill. No, they give them some more drugs. The methadone clinic passes out prescribed drugs to get them supposedly off of heroin. But how could you get someone off a drug by giving them another drug? Because the methadone clinic gives out Sebastian. Sebastian strips are drugs. That's drugs. But for the white community, they do that and you won't never know that this stuff is actually happening. But you got these folk like Buddy Dyer again. His son. High speed chase the police, wreck, drunk driving, jumped out the car, ran. They gotta go to his house and pick him up. He say he ain't do it. Guess what? They swept it under the rug. You never knew nothing about it. You know what I mean? You never heard nothing else about Buddy Dyer and his child doing what they did. You never heard about that. You never really knew that Buddy Dyer went to jail already. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta start asking yourself these questions now. You know what I mean? When you dealing with this stuff, you're like, well, why is it so bad? Crack so bad, or cocaine so? Not to make nothing that don't get it misconstrued or twist my words. Not saying none of it's good or whatever, but if you gonna arrest me for selling crack or having cocaine on me. But the government done made a methadone clinic that passed for you gotta pay $13 a week. It's called methadone clinic. They pass out Sebastian and needles. They give them needles to go right back and shoot with. It's the stuff they give out. They do it right here in Orlando. Right here. Nothing I tell you ain't gonna be nothing but all gas and no brakes, I promise. I'm gonna give you something to go think about, go tell your friend or tell another friend about, and we need to start asking these people about it. Because if you gonna take my people to jail for possession of cocaine, and you got a center that pass out synthetic heroin for $13, somebody else need to be going to jail too. What's up, what? You already know I just chill. There's a lot of people need to be going to jail along with these police officers that shot them people in post. You know what I mean? See, there's a lot of them police officers need to be going to jail too. Because, see, like I say, the old mama teen ain't killed all them people. Old mama teen ain't killed all them people. Hey, we shouldn't be getting no 50 and 60 years for no damn cocaine when them people passing out Sebastian strip. Look up Sebastian. It's just as worse as heroin. If you get on too many Sebastian, you're going to die. You take too much heroin, you gonna die. Any opiate you take too much of, you gonna die. So what makes the government, that's what I'm saying, they need law. So what makes the government so much, well, that's why I keep telling us a black and a white law and a green law. See, black people got to be able to have the green to get in the white law. You feel what I'm saying? If you ain't got the green to get in the white law, you're going to be treated like a black person or a minority, period. You know what I'm saying? And that go for white people, too. Because, see, they came with the nigga thing. Niggas wasn't considered just because you was black. Nigga was considered what they put it inside of the dictionary. An ignorant person. Whether you black, white, green, whatever. It was so many of us because they tricked us to thinking that we were from Africa. So everybody thinking that, hey, I got to learn this new stuff. When, hey, we ain't never came from Africa. So you gotta ask yourself, the only person that can be you gotta tell yourself this, the only person that can be an African American is an American that go to Africa and have a child. How you born in America and they talking about you African? It ain't no descendant or none of that. Show me first person that done trace their history back to Africa and I'll shut up then. For real, done trace it to the real tribe and all that. But then I'm going to have something to tell them. You know why? Because I'm going to take them back to that same Bible that everybody say they believe in. And I know I believe in it. And I'm going to tell you what God said when he made man. God said when he made the man to the liking of his kind, he took them and scattered them over the land like the sands of a sea. If you pick some sand up and throw it, that means it's going everywhere. So that means he put black people, white people, Chinese people, green people everywhere. Nobody had to travel nowhere to get here. We was already here, just like the Indians was here. That's why when they were fighting the Indians and they found the niggas, they tricked the niggas and told the niggas, hey, listen, y'all fight with us. We gonna give y'all 40 acres and a mule. We can't beat these Indians, but if we get y'all over here, cause see, y'all look so much alike, cause y'all black and they the sun on them, we can trick them to over here. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why the promise got broken, the 40 acres and a mule. See, we was already over here. And if there was a promise made about 40 acres and a mule, and we had to come from Africa, why are you promising me something for your land? Do you people understand? Why was a promise made if we came from Africa, our descendants came from Africa? Why was a promise made that we would receive 40 acres in a mule for this land, and just like the Indians receiving what they're receiving now? We was already here. We been here. We ain't from no Africa. We been here. Our people been here. We shouldn't be no second citizen American, man. How you letting these people trick y'all like that, man? Come on, man.
He's always like calling. Does he come back? Call me. I'll be here.
We gonna go there. Hey, I'm gonna try to broaden the horizon on everything we got going on and just open this up. So this what a battle at. This where it's warring at up here. We lost when we don't lose up here. It's up here. It's up here. We win when we get together and get an understanding to understand all that's going on. You know what I mean? Because everything will come full circle. Because, see, you will get hit like now. Boom, see? We thought we had, as a community of people, we thinking we uplifting each other, uplifting, but we really get hit. We getting tricked by these weak stories, right? We getting tricked by these weak stories by people that look like us, that people that
It's all over.
can make you feel like they feel your situation. You feel what I'm saying? And we can't be going for that. We got to go deeper. And everybody now, we want to dig deeper and everything. You know what I mean? What's up, cuz? We want to dig deeper with everybody. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's my job. You know what I mean? And I'm working. You feel what I'm saying? I just ask y'all to stand with me, stand tall. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do me. You feel what I'm saying? One thing y'all know, y'all got a natural born champ, a natural born winner. I'm gonna go hard for the team. If I believe in it, I know what I mean, I'm gone. You know what I mean? If it's something that y'all want to sit down or share with me, and for me to go hard, something you might not want to say that you know. Hey, one thing you know, if it's all factual basis, you know what I mean? All gas, no brakes, you know me and Theo gonna give it to him straight up. So just go ahead and let us know what it is. Hey, tell you what happened, cuz. I just been cool. Just give it to him, man. Theo gonna give it to him, you know what I mean? I don't care what it is, you know what I mean? As long as it's facts with me, you feel what I'm saying? I came through, yeah, I just came through there too, cuz. Sure did. I just came through. I had pulled a little whip out for a minute and came through. I've been chilling though. But I'm trying to get myself together, you know what I mean? So I got a little stand I want to make with the city. Now I'm going to come back. And as soon as I get it right, you know what I mean, I'm going to start posting. Like I said, I got my book, one of my books coming out. You know, it's not the actual autobiography on me, you know what I mean? It's a book that I wrote when I was down. And it's a lot about the city. It's based on a true story, Still Thugging. I'm about to put the link up as soon as I get off live right now. You can make pre-orders. I'm going to show y'all how good God is. And my manager will tell me soon. She don't want to come out right now, you know what I mean? So, but she live looking at me too, you know what I mean? But she'll tell you that God's so good and I know everything destined, man, that I put my book and my manager put my book in and whatever, you know what I mean? We waiting on the date, waiting on the release date from Amazon. Lo and behold, man, I bet you none of y'all want to know what day came. Y'all, I swear to God, I made it happen. The birthday I ain't make it happen. I'm going to plug this thing up. You come out here, I'm going to plug this thing up. I ain't make it happen. My birthday, man, September 14th, 2017, man. Based on the true story, Still Thugging, man. It will be out in Amazon, everywhere you can go online, wherever you want to. She got it everywhere. I ain't no way you ain't gonna be able to get my book. But that's the book that was my pain. It was a little bit about. It's a lot about the city. There's a lot of truth to it. A lot of people feel it's gonna be hurt because I don't lie, and I don't feel like there's no reason to lie. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, you may know the situation. And, he knows. They done let his dad know I'm part of the store. Huh? They done told his dad already I'm a part of the store. You know what I mean? If you know the story, you know, it's all gas, no brakes. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't holding no punches with nobody. You know, I ain't going too far. You know, but at the end of the day, it's a nice read. You feel what I'm saying? It's a nice read. But the one I'm doing one right now, and it's the one. It's the one. Life Situations is what it's called. It's the one. I'm actually gonna drop a CD from my label. It's not my CD. It's Big D. Pretty sure all y'all heard Ballin' Baby, greatest of them all. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drop his CD. His CD is actually called Life Situations. I'm gonna drop it. It's a R&B CD. It's not a rap CD. It's a R&B CD. And I'm gonna drop it with my book. The Life Situations book. So it's not rap. So all you beautiful women that's been waiting on a new song, or whatever come out, I think I got the voice on my label, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure y'all done heard Ballin' Baby. I'm the greatest of them all. Said don't stir these screws. So, you know, if you done heard that and you done jammed to that, you can imagine what we finna bring to the city, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm trying to wrap this thing up like a brick, you know what I mean? I promise. But, our officials is top on the line, and I told Theo the last thing we're gonna hit on. I'm gonna put it up now for y'all. I hope I get some supporters. You know what I mean, on the book. You know what I mean. I ask y'all to tell a friend. It's a nice read. You know, it's by our city. It ain't no. It's about our city. If you from Orlando, it's a book you really want to read, cause it might be somebody in there that you know and that They may be walking around with their chest out and they really need a pen stuck in it because something Willie done told you and you know it's the truth about to tell you. They need a pen stuck in it. And my manager wanted me to change a lot of these folk names. I told her don't change nobody's name because I ain't did nothing that, you know what I mean, that can send me to jail, you feel what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. And I feel like if you out here acting like you thugging just like this dude Nino Brown from Miami act like he was like in the life where we came from. I don't understand this here, right? I don't understand how could a person rap about whatever they rap about and you ain't living that life and then you know somebody can check your background. You feel what I'm saying? And find out you ain't living like that or you don't walk that walk or whatever, you know what I mean? And then you want to get on the platform you got and sell people out in the hood that's like really living that life that you done sat back and watched and you so educated because you done went to school and you can write a song about what you done seen. You ain't never lived it. You just writing about what you seen. But then you get boosted up in the world and niggas still out here doing their thing because a nigga may not even want to be no rapper, no singer, no nothing. Nigga just might just want to hang out because, hey, I done made it from where I'm from. That's all I know. I ain't finna try to go over here in this field and venture with you, nigga. But I want to hang out. I become a flogger now because I want to hang out with my money. Nah, that ain't how that dude is. So we going to be on them topics there too, you know what I mean? We going to be all gas and embrace our parents. But I want to tell y'all this here. And I told Theo, me and Theo been beefing about this ever since I talked to him. LeBron James is the biggest crybaby in the world of sports. LeBron James is the Peyton Manning of the NBA. All he do is cry. That's it. That's why he lost. He ain't no natural born winner. See, natural born winner win, man. LeBron James is a bandwagoner and I ain't gonna say what else because there's too many good people on him, but LeBron James is a crybaby. I don't like him. Yeah, he would have never made it in the league with Jordan. That's why you can't compare him to a Michael Jordan. That's why you can't sit him like or try and have his shoes with Michael Jordan because when Jordan played ball, they bumped and grind. You got knocked down and it wasn't no foul. But if you touch that crybaby, he gonna be in the ref ear the whole game. And then he got a nerve to drop his shoulder like he's a bulldozer and run you over and lay the ball up and everybody was like, oh, you can't stop the king. What the hell the king grind, buddy? You right, you can't stop him if you can't touch him. Now he done got the whole front office fired in Cleveland. Cause he ain't win the championship, but he went 3 years in a row. The whole front office fired. See, we gotta stop people like LeBron James in the city from getting their control. See, that's what happened. They up there and he come from where we from, meet your counterpart, and you go ahead and switch out on the land. You feel what I'm saying? He come from nothing, now he is something. I ain't no hater. But he come from nothing to something, now you switch out on all the counterparts, you feel what I'm saying? And then he just got all the moving parts. So I thought I told Theo I would share that with the people before I go off, you know what I mean? I know people might be going off on me at their house or whatever, ready to shoot me up. But LeBron is garbage, you know what I mean? He is not the best player in the world. He is not the greatest NBA player that come through NBA. He is garbage because he is a crybaby. If he could take those licks and big as he is and go in there and still do his thing without crying, I would respect his mind. You feel what I'm saying? I respect him being one of the greatest players. But when you speak of Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, people like that there, you have to speak of them people and tilt your hat. Because you know when they played against the bad boys, Detroit and all that stuff there, Detroit, the Lakers and stuff, when they had their team, man, there wasn't no such thing as going in that paint down there like LeBron be running them jets over. You gonna kiss the flow. And it may not be no whistle. Get up and play, boy. Just like back in the days with Peyton Manning. Just like Peyton Manning. Back in the day in football, you barely had a helmet on. People getting their head knocked off. Peyton Manning got it right now. He ain't a Tom Brady. That's why I like Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? I like Brady. Because Brady is a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Brady don't do no crime to the ref. None of that stuff. You know what I mean? Peyton Manning got so many rules implemented in football, you can't even touch the quarterback now. If you come near him, you're going to get a
penalty, and it ain't making the game no better. It been a crash course sport. Anything you do in life is a crash course. It's crash course, really. You jump in a car and get hit too hard, you're bound to get a concussion. Somebody punch you in the face too hard, you get a concussion. They punch you in the back of the head too hard, they pick you up and slam you, you fall the wrong way. So you know it's all on what's going to happen. God already knows what's going to happen. You got to get your life together, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. But I did want to hit on the little sports, you know what I mean, because I am a sports fanatic, you know what I mean. I love sports. That's the only thing on TV I watch, you know what I mean. I don't watch TV because my mama told me anybody that sit in front of the TV and watch TV all day is an idiot, because that's the idiot box, because they don't put nothing but lies on TV. That's it. Everything is reran and rehearsed and done over again. So she say only idiots sit in front of there and watch that stuff, you feel what I'm saying? And I had to believe that, you feel what I'm saying, because I watched them make all the news clippings of me. When they made every news clipping of me, the news people be saying, "We are now live with Mr. Slater," and I just watched, y'all just made that 2 weeks ago. Y'all just called me and told me that y'all was finna run that on the news. But y'all tricking the public thinking that y'all live and all this old stuff right here, man. But all gas, no brakes is about to get ready and come to an end, you know what I mean? I love y'all. Y'all tell a friend and tell a friend. I got a YouTube page that I'm gonna be running from every day, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm being honest, I don't know how to really get into it now. My manager is trying to like share this Zoom thing with me on the computer and make me show the screen. I don't know how to do all this computer stuff, but I do have somebody on the team that is like willing to like help me. She been going hard for me, you know what I mean? I promise, you know what I mean? I'm thankful that God did send her to my life, you know what I mean? Cause I don't know, I'm computer illiterate, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know, you know what I mean? But I'll be trying, you feel what I'm saying? But once I get this YouTube thing, LinkedIn, me and Theo, we're going to bring it from both perspectives. We're going to link it together, and all gas, no brakes is going to be a show until they shut us down. They shut us down. They don't shut us down. We're going to be a show. We're going to be coming from YouTube to Facebook to Instagram to Twitter to everywhere we can go, but it's going to go directly to YouTube first, though, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to get my manager a little later, and we're going to try to figure out how to work it. So, because I'm the type of person, you can't just tell me something, you got to show it to me. But if I don't see it, then I ain't going to be able to do it, because I'm not an instruction manual type person, you feel me? I'm like a sponge type person. There's a lot of different type of people in the world, you know what I mean? You have instruction people, you have sponge people, you have people that just ain't going to do nothing, you feel what I'm saying? I'm a sponge type of person. Whatever I see, I grasp it like that. You feel what I'm saying? Some people grasp instructions better. You feel what I'm saying? If I see it, I can take off with it. I ain't even got to show me 1 or 2 times, and I got it like that. You know what I mean? So she got to show me. We got to do this Zoom and all that. So we'll be from YouTube though. I promise y'all, I will not let y'all down. If you in these districts, man, I'm kind of off base right now. I'm not gonna lie, because I have like I say, I lost my drive to do what I'm doing. When me and the little issue with Marquise and Elton and Tawana them got it, it kind of like made me lose my drive, you feel what I'm saying? And wanted to get on some other stuff, but that ain't what God put me out here for, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna let nobody trick me off the streets. I ain't finna let none of that happen, you know what I mean? I'm here to the duration. I'm finna ride this little wave here all the way out, you feel what I'm saying? I'm all the way in with y'all. I'm gonna find out. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got a hands on it. I can't really like do nothing like with that instruction stuff. I get frustrated. But I'm here for the duration. I promise. If there's anything that we really need to touch on and get together, I'm gonna try to put us a little cipher together where we can get together and sit down and talk and like bring these issues together. But I really want to put this little march together, man, because I need y'all with me for real to get my money, man. Them people took 15 and a half years of my life for nothing, bro. I'm trying to prove my innocence twice. You know what I mean? It really ain't about the money, it's about the justification right now, you feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I won't want my money. I would feel real good if somebody just tell me they was sorry. You feel what I'm saying? Or that they know that they was wrong and all that. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't even got an apology. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to throw back in jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get out of here. I know y'all tired of looking at me, especially my dude friends, cause I know I look good.
Let me stop vlogging, right? Y'all like my face? Y'all see I got my face there for y'all too, that. I'm still my style now. I'm rocking now. Very real. Very real. You can't see? You tell me y'all can't see my face, man. Y'all see I put them dermals up there for y'all now. For real. Don't try to stunt them side now. For real now. I'm rocking like that now. But I love y'all, man. Keep me in the prayers, man. I'm trying to get with Theo. And if you really have anybody, because nobody in the world can say that they don't have nobody in their family that is bisexual or gay or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean, that mess with the same sex. Everybody in their family, everybody knows somebody that knows somebody and is involved. You know what I'm saying? One of my friends is Duke. Y'all might know Duke. He sang at every funeral in the world. That been my friend in Orange County. They call him. He's a singing nigga. And he used to go on the other side of the field. But that's my friend. He been my friend all my life. I wouldn't care if I'm in the car with my girl and I see Duke on the side of the road and he's gay in a $3 bill. I'm gonna pull right over and ask him, where you going, boy? You gonna ride? You need a ride? I don't care if I'm with 10 of my homeboys. I don't care. That's my friend. He was my friend when we were kids, and I ain't never done nothing with him. He never tried me or nothing like that. That's my friend. I ain't gonna not be his friend because we old now and he's still in that lifestyle. No. That's my friend. Do I condone what he do? No. But he's a part of that community, what I'm telling y'all about, and that's the reason why I use Duke's name. Some of y'all might know Duke. Y'all know he built my sister Vet almost every day. But Duke is my friend. He met Vet from me when we was childhood friends, right? So, but my point is here. If you know somebody that's a part of that community and they're reaching out about this Pulse situation, let's inform them. Let's get the right message to them that they need to ask Buddy Dyer and not Jerry Demons, and well, really John Mina, because John Mina's the biggest snake and the biggest criminal behind all that, because his officers are the ones responsible for killing some of those people that went inside a post and killed those people because they were gay. Some of those people got killed because they were gay. And those officers had ill intentions when they went, just like them officers had ill intentions on killing Marquis Lloyd when they caught him or they kicked his eye. God ain't see fit for him to die. God wanted light on the situation, so he used Keith's situation to open up a whole bunch of more stuff that's going on in this city. See, Keith's situation just ain't about Keith. Keith's situation is about the people that handled Keith's situation. Buddy Dyer, Cabarrus, Regina Hill, Jerry Demons, Val Stripley, all those people there that I've been naming. See, Marquis' situation is to uproot them out of the city that they call roots. They think they done became roots in the city. If you got a big tree in your yard, you know what started that tree to growing, right? And what won't stop it from dying, right? If the root die, the tree die. If the root grow, the tree stay growing. They think their roots here in the city, the people that I'm telling you about. They not. We the roots. We the roots. We the people. What we say go. Nothing they do or say matter to us. Y'all put that in y'all brain from this day forward. It don't matter to us. Nothing they do or say. We the people, we got the control, we pay their salary, they can't even pay their own salary. We pay them through taxpayers' dollars. Buddy Dyer has committed the same crime some of y'all have, a third-degree felony. And he did it to propel his career, to take off his career. He's been sitting there. Y'all ask these people and tell y'all people that y'all know are part of the LGBT community. It's one question that we would like Buddy Dyer and John Mina, Jerry Demons, Val Stripley, everybody to answer on the news. Somebody please send this to Channel 9. There's a whole bunch of they people that want the story, but they scared to contact me because they know they're going to get fired if they do a story with me by myself, because I'm all gas, no brakes. But send this question. People, as a mass of people, I know we can get it done. Tell a friend or tell a friend, all of us. If it's 500 people watching right now, if it's 600 people watching right now, if it's 10 people watching right now, everybody take 10 minutes out they day, today or tomorrow, and send this question to Channel 9, Channel 2, Channel 6, Channel 13 Spectrum, and to John Mina, and Jerry Demons, and everybody y'all know I'm going off on, especially John Mina and Buddy Dyer. Why have no one been arrested from the Pulse nightclub shooting? Because there are officers that went there with ill intention that killed innocent people. Now we hear every day they mention Pulse, how good the first responders were. We hear all the praises the first responders were. Yes, we do praise the police for getting there on time and taking old Mama Teen down before he killed anybody else. Yes, we do agree with that, and I'm not saying it sarcastically, but we do. But what we do not agree with is that Buddy Dyer and Jerry Demons is calling some of these people heroes that are considered first responders that are fucking murderers behind badges. They are murderers behind badges. That's what they are. They may be the same people that kicked Marquise Lloyd's eye out, because the people that went there and killed innocent people because they were gay at that club have no heart at all. And they are frontline responders. They are people known for doing what they do. They are sent there to do that. So when you have situations that occur that don't warrant all that aggression, it's just like this. How could John Mina be a good chief of police when he tell his subordinates, I don't care how you bring him in, life or death, but then you want to tell them to go inside of our neighborhood and be somewhat peaceful? That's like telling the Vietnam War veteran after coming out of war 2 days ago, I'm sending you back to society and you better not get in trouble. You can't tell me to kill today and tomorrow I got to be a regular police officer. But that's what Mina and them is preaching. You can't do that. You confusing them young white boys. They already growing up racist. When they get in the forest, you tell them, today we got a situation in the hood. I want you to go in there and go in there full-fledged. I don't care what nobody say. Go in there killing. But tomorrow, I want you to go over there and I want you to shake the hands with the black people. And I want you to tell them that you love them and that you here to help them. We don't want to hear that junk, because it's people like me see totally different. How you gonna put a man on the battlefield and then tell him 2 seconds later, the battle over? You can go back to society now. No, that person needs to be more mentally dealt with than Willie after having a life sentence. That same person that you sent in the ghetto, what you consider the battlefield, he needs to go to some type of mental health training after he done killed or beat somebody. You were so high in so many people, Demons, Rick Scott, John Mina, Buddy Dyer, you protecting so many people to the public don't believe you. They don't like you. They don't even want to hear what you got to say, because everybody know it's hogwash. A bunch of lies. But if y'all want to bring closure to any other people that's involved in the Post situation, somebody please send this to them. Somebody find the people that's riding with the Post that done lost a leg that's still living. Somebody that done lost a family member that's still living. And have them go to the news people, because they gonna come right to them. See, they ain't gonna come to Willie with this sense. I got too much sense. They ain't gonna come to me. But to the people that's already been hurt and they're claiming that they're here for them, they gonna run to them fast like a bat out of hell. But tell them to ask that question. I want to see the people arrested that killed my people. I want to see the people arrested that shot me. Don't tell me that they are heroes when I got shot and I shouldn't be shot. Don't tell me that I should settle for the money that y'all funneling through this post thing. You making donuts. You making t-shirts. You done collected $27 million and some of them people still ain't got no money to live off of. But Buddy Dyer, you think you propelling your career off of it. Rick Scott, you propelling your career. They done went so far, they got Donald Trump talking about posts. But it's all the white folk that think they are part of that old Johnny Lynch, Willie Lynch, whatever you call it, law. They done went so far, they got Donald Trump on posts. But the people of posts are still hurting. Families from posts still hurting. No money, no nothing. Medical bills been cleared, but they still hurting. Why these people trying to propel their careers? What you think Rick Scott gonna run on the Senate, trying to get to the Senate on? He gonna run on the biggest things that happened in Florida. Pause, Marquise Lloyd, and the escape case that Willie Slater was involved in. That got me running my mouth. He gonna run on how successful he was in closing out all those deals when he ain't done nothing whatsoever. The escape case, I got it closed out. I solved that case because I did not want to go back to prison. They didn't do nothing. Paul's situation, they didn't do nothing but make some officers that killed innocent people out of heroes. They killed old Mama T. Marquis Lloyd's situation, they still ain't get it right. What they did, lied to the White House, told the White House Marquise done killed Miss Clayton and done got the other police officer killed down here. So they increased the intensified the pressure inside the city and brought all these police from all over Central Florida to apprehend Marquis Lloyd. Well, ain't now one of these sheriffs or chiefs sent nobody with a body camera to record the takedown of Marquis Lloyd. But you want to show transparency and you want the black community to believe in you. How? It can't work. Everything you doing is the trickery game. And the saddest thing about it is, us in the black community, that's all we know is the trickery. We don't know nothing about the trickery game. You can't trick us. Cause it's always gonna be a nigga like me that's gonna bust you out. You ain't gonna trick us. You ain't gonna send us no more Regina Hills. You ain't gonna send us no more Jerry Deming. I wasn't here when Val got sent to the Congress. We ain't getting no more of them. We don't care what color you is. Talk our talk and walk our walk. Feel the things we feel. See the things we see. Then you may grow to understand, to overstand that the struggle is real. Gone.